WWE going head-to-head with AEW Double or Nothing. Plus, WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 cards are locked in, and a WrestleMania set reveal plan has been revealed. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Who says the Wednesday Night War is over, Andrew?
Oh, let me tell you, someone said, "Oh, bow to the master." Break it down. Someone did that. That was Shawn Michaels who did that, by the way.
It was Shawn Michaels who said that. What's the goings on here?
Well, he announced during the NXT Stand and Deliver press conference that NXT's next major event following Stand and Deliver will be NXT Battleground, and that's going to be on May the 28th in Lowell, Massachusetts. Now, according to the press release, the event will begin at 7:30, running head-to-head with AEW Double or Nothing. AEW have yet to confirm the start time for the pay-per-view, but this is roughly the time that AEW pay-per-views usually start on. Is this an act of war, perhaps?
I don't know. Is it an act of war that WWE would put on a pay-per-view called Battleground at the same time as an AEW one? Shawn Michaels disagrees. He said when asked about it, Linda, look it, listen, listen. Linda, look it, listen, listen. Look, I'll say this. From a holiday standpoint, it's Memorial Day weekend, that one. That's the thing. In the past, we've done well on the holidays. It's my understanding that that is why we did it. Holidays are always big days, like Christmas. From my standpoint, it's just the date that was available. The holiday does really well for us. So he's very keen to go, no, it's just the fact that it's Memorial Day weekend, and we like that date. And there's no other reason.
There's no other reason at all. I mean, I wonder if for them personally, Shawn Michaels is thinking, well, I mean, AEW, I guess, would AEW have the bigger names? I guess they would, really, wouldn't they, in terms of wrestling names? So I feel like Shawn Michaels wouldn't be like, well, put our best up against their best, sort of, you know what I mean? So I kind of am falling into the into the category of Memorial Day weekend. They're just putting the show on.
WWE putting NXT up against AEW from back in the day as they did. It's an interesting one, and it's clear as to why they did it. Like, WWE would be reticent to put their main roster up against AEW, but the NXT roster, you're fine either way, because if NXT end up beating AEW in a ratings war, they go, we won with our development brand. If NXT lose to AEW, as they inevitably did during Wednesday nights, they could go, it's only our developmental brand, don't brag about it.
Yeah.
Like, so they're safe either way when they do it. When they do it like that, there's less for them to lose, as it were. But it should be interesting to see how that pans out. Certainly from a content creator's point of view, I think there's a lot of good YouTube folk, including ourselves, live reactions to WrestleMania this weekend at cultaholic.com, youtube.com/cultaholic/live, I think. But there are many that do that as a big part of their content provision. So when you have these shows that run up directly against each other, it'll be interesting to see who goes where.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, you know, the diehards that Ross and Jack are for NXT, I feel like, you know, the buzz around NXT is only as big as what it is because of Ross, Jack, and Matthew on the podcast.
And nothing else?
And nothing else at all. Not the wrestlers themselves, Ross, Jack, and Matthew.
And Dull Hudson.
And
come Tuesday. Speaking of come Tuesday, come this weekend, the wrestling world will be changed. WrestleMania 39 this coming Saturday and Sunday. Your predictions are live on the YouTube channel right now, as well as 9 pictures with this gorgeous gent and others. Also, Night 1, Night 2 live reactions from us here at Cultaholic. And you'll have what happened at and the WTF moments as well. But how these nights are going to shape up and shake down, we now know, because Nick Khan was a guest on ESPN's First Take, and he revealed the full cards for Night 1 and Night 2.
He certainly did, and these are looking a lot more balanced. Me and Fraser were talking about this yesterday. Some stuff went up, and people like sources indicate that this is what the Night 1 card is going to look like, and it looked a little bit imbalanced. However, WWE officially put them out yesterday, and this is what's going down. So the United States Championship, Austin Theory versus John Cena, as we know, is still believed to kick off the show as well, even though it's prominently advertised on the actual little poster bit itself. We've got the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. We've got the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, the Usos going up against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We've got Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders in that showcase tag team match.
As you've already said there, it was Fightful Select that confirmed that John Cena and Austin Theory, despite being front and center on the poster that WWE shared, will open WrestleMania tomorrow night. I think I'm old enough to remember that a time before this particular one where you just have lower card build to upper card.
Yes.
And now like your opening match is almost as big, if not as big, as your main event.
Well, I feel like
it's a feature position.
It almost sets the tone, I guess, for the pay-per-view, doesn't it? I think. And something as high profile as John Cena versus Austin Theory, having a legend like John Cena in there and one of more of the newer guard in Austin Theory in there, I think that's a really nice way to showcase your talent, of where you've been and where you're now going to as well. I think that's a really cool thing to have.
Also, from a commercial and an aesthetic point of view, you'll have like the big video package to welcome WrestleMania, the anthem, the fireworks, that song by The Weeknd, I can't get it out of my head. And then everyone's cheering, crowd dies down, whoop-a-doo! Straight in. So John Cena, first one out of the blocks at WrestleMania. That feels pretty big.
Absolutely.
Feels pretty big.
Also, I wonder if, Tom, because we know that we've heard a little bit of politicking about what could potentially be the main event for WrestleMania night one, and I wonder if maybe that wasn't showcased on the poster because maybe they don't actually know what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, there could be that. That's easy. It could easily be the case. So there's been lots of conversation about Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley headlining night one, and I personally, and I think a few other people echo this, and it's no disrespect to either of the performers, I think whilst that will be a great match, I believe that night one headline spot with this layout that we're seeing now really belongs to Uso versus Zayn and Owens. That feels like a more natural main event in this circumstance, and I think that's not to do with gender or politics or anything like that. It's more due to the fact that that story has been told phenomenally.
Yes.
So it absolutely should be headlining night one, and it feels right for it to headline night one. I believe that Charlotte and Rhea Ripley should have a strong showing and giving them some good time, but I think that the tag title should be the headline of night one.
Yeah, as you said, it's a culmination of the story at this point, isn't it? And and you want to see all these men who have put so much work into this storyline just have that big blow off and have their moment. Let Sami Zayn have his moment, everybody.
Absolutely. Night two goes as follows. So we'll have the undisputed WWE Universal title match, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. That'll go on last. The Raw Women's title match, Bianca Belair and Asuka. We have the IC title, Gunther defending against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Edge and Finn Balor inside of Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. And Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville in a four-way WrestleMania showcase match. Now we don't know we know the main event is obviously Roman versus Cody.
I don't know about that. Well, we've got Brock Lesnar and Omos on this night. Come on.
Especially with, what was it, a shooting star press off the stadium?
To put Omos away, Brock Lesnar has to climb up to the top of SoFi Stadium to hit a shooting star press. That's the only way you can put Omos away.
Omos is so tall, Brock Lesnar would have to climb to the top of SoFi Stadium to kiss him on the lips.
I'd be down for that closing out
kissing Omos on the lips.
Yep, then that's it.
He is a handsome man.
Fade out.
It will fade out for all of us. In terms of what opens the show, now you've got quite a few options here. You could go with Lesnar and Omos to open the whole night.
I feel like we open with the IC Championship.
Oh, beefy boys battering each other.
Yeah, I think so.
And I thought that until as I was going through as I was reading this off to you, Andrew, with us together, I thought that'd be a good way to open it, like beefy boys batter. But then I seem to remember, I believe it was it was Crown Jewel, which opened with Edge and Seth inside of Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, I think it did. I think you're correct in that.
And that worked quite well.
Maybe they do that again.
Yeah, maybe. Like you kind of open straight in there with a massive match.
Yeah.
Like the Hell in a Cell. You get the Hell in a Cell done early. Maybe. Lots of options for night 2. Either way, Mania is looking good. The set, we've seen little clips of the set, little shots from the sky of the set, and the silver cage, the silver cage hanging over Hell in a Cell. Yesterday I said the black Hell in a Cell. Got the colours wrong on that one. I am colourblind, that's my excuse. Like a traditional silver mesh steel cage.
Yes.
So that'll be over there as well. But we're going to see the set soon, aren't we?
We are, yeah. So this comes from PW Insider, who said WWE is filming an official WrestleMania set tonight at SoFi Stadium. Corey Graves and Carmella are hosting the reveal. We are also told that, there will also feature some sort of skateboarding trick this year.
Oh,
what? That sounds amazing.
Michael Cole doing an indie nose bone.
I'm excited for that. Logan Paul is also slated to be part of the festivities. No word when it will begin streaming, but you would have to think it will be pretty soon, perhaps this evening. Oh, the skateboarding trick's got me excited now.
If it's not Michael Cole, then I don't want to know.
No, that's true.
Got him, Michael Cole. Do you remember, I think it was last year where Pat McAfee threw the
ball
through the egg.
The egg. The leather egg.
The leather egg, the leg,
Straight
if you
through.
will. And it went straight into the target,
Yeah.
and then they revealed the set. So
Yeah.
maybe something big like that.
That'd be cool.
Well-
Bray Wyatt on a skateboard.
It'll be Uncle Howdy on a skateboard. Where he jumps off with an elbow. Weird, man.
Yes, please.
But we're putting that in there now. There's a strong chance that by the time this video is up, that video is up as well. So look out for it. It'll be very exciting. Good reveal. Loads of WrestleMania plans across the weekend. We'd love for you to hang out with us. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.